TVC News Senior Correspondent in Rivers State, Uche Okoro, has been following this story since a fire broke out last night at the Assembly Complex. He joins me live from Port Harcourt. Uche, you were at the Government House earlier. Talk to us about what's happening now.
Right now, I'm at the Government House, as rightly mentioned, here in Port Harcourt. You can see behind me a large crowd of supporters have camped here at the Government House entrance in Port Harcourt, just along the Azikiwe Road. A large crowd of supporters of the governor have been here since the House of Assembly made that move to sign the impeachment notice. They have refused to leave here. It's a sign of solidarity. Now, what is happening here appears to be soldiers who are waiting for further directive from their commander as to what steps to take next in times of war. Well, as you would agree with me that right now there is some form of political war ongoing. And this crowd you can see right there, right at the front of the Government House there, appear to be soldiers loyal to the Rivers State Governor, Siminala Ifubara, waiting for perhaps maybe for the governor to give orders on what steps to take next. Well, the governor is defiant, the supporters are defiant. They have said that they would resist all attempts by the Assembly to carry out acts of illegality. So that's the situation right now. The government is taking, the administration led by the governor has taken a strong stand that what has happened at the Assembly will not be given any form of legality whatsoever. Well, the crowd is here. We do not know what steps the governor intends to take next, but we're certainly following him up to get all the updates from here in Port Harcourt.
What's the update with the arson on parts of the Assembly complex last night? What are you hearing from the police? Have arrests been made in this regard?
Arrests haven't been made, to the best of my knowledge. Maybe, possibly, arrests may have been made, but this hasn't been made public as of this time. But at that emergency sitting by those members of the House of Assembly this morning inside the auditorium, the Speaker of the House was very, very, very sure, very confident, and had very strong words for the leader of the House, whom they have unanimously agreed, according to them, with evidence, according to them, that that act was committed last night masterminded by the leader of the House, Edison, here representing one of the constituencies here, state constituencies here in Rivers State, in Ahoda. Yeah, so the House of Assembly is very, very, they've pointed accusing fingers directly at the leader. So it now, the responsibility is now that of the police to investigate, to ascertain his culpability, if so, and the level of his culpability and his accomplices if he is found culpable. So, but at this time, no arrest has been made. The Assembly complex is still cordoned off. This morning, it was very difficult to get into the complex, but some of us who were eventually accredited and identities verified were given access. But at this time, even journalists aren't allowed anywhere close to the Assembly complex. It is completely taken over by security personnel as of this time, which I want to believe that while the place while the barricade is on or subsists, the police would be making some progress in its investigation to identify those who were responsible for that act last night and tracking them down and perhaps getting them arrested.
Quick one, Uche, how are stakeholders reacting to the governor's position as to declaring null and void the suspension of the House leader and 4 other lawmakers? Is it clear whether, as state governor, he has authority with separation of powers to null and void the decision of the House?
Okay, well, in terms of what stakeholders are saying, it is still the events are still pretty premature for people to openly take sides. As I speak, many persons may have taken sides. Many stakeholders of the party, stakeholders of the state may have taken sides, but none yet has come out openly to say, I am on this side, I am on this side. Perhaps they are watching to see how in what direction the pendulum is going to swing. So everyone is being cautious to see how to say this is the person I'm supporting in this particular fight. This is you must also know that these two men that appear to be at the center of this latest political squabble were just up until few weeks ago, or maybe months ago, or just up until the election of the inauguration, were close allies have been close allies for years. So as at today, as at this afternoon, it would be pretty too early, or seems like it seems too early for any member of the party or stakeholder of the party to come out and take sides openly at this time, because just until last night we could confidently say, without any iota of doubt, that they were all one happy family. So I think in terms of in what direction stakeholders are going to swing or are going to pitch their tents, the coming days are certainly going to reveal those alignments.
Interesting development coming from Rivers State just 7 months after election. The governor is already receiving threats of impeachment. We'll see how it goes from here. Senior correspondent Uche Okoro live for us in Port Harcourt. Away from